Okay, we're live. Thanks everybody for coming in and having a good time and appreciating everybody that comes in. We're going to get things cooking as we roll up the analytics. So we're going to be with you for a minute. We're just going to roll up the analytics. Please stay tuned as we wait for people to come in and say hi. And welcome to another edition of the Livestream Raffle in the Philippines. Awesome. Back again. Make sure you tell a friend. Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Guess who's back? We are part of the SHIB worldwide 50/50 communication. We're part of the 50/50 raffle for the entire world. We have not been able to catch a break with podcasting. We're hoping to change that around very, very soon. Right. So yeah, we're live. We are live and we are using EMUX for our broadcasting. That's why it's a little longer than normal to live. We gotta change the analytics, then we're gonna share it, and you have to do it all the live. That's the only problem with using this platform. Now it does give you better music, gives you better quality all around. It gives you more options, let's put it that way. So there's a little bit more intuitive interaction abilities to it. Hold on to your party hats. We have got a massive shout out to Jason Cox. Massive shout out to Jason Cox. Massive shout out to Aiden. Massive shout out to Prince Williams. Massive shout out to Big's Channel. Buena, Matt and Jason. How are you doing today? How are things? Going up 300% today. Oklahoma is on ABC News today. Excellent. Hopefully it's good news because usually everything that goes on the channel is not good news. Monday Night Live. And the biggest propaganda of all time is the Trump administration. It's going to caught a league on that yet. The tariffs as Trudeau, Carney, he's talking about going with the EU. I'm like, how does he figure that's going to fly? I personally don't think it's got a chance. I hate because what happened with 3X. Remember 3X? It cost them hundreds of millions of dollars to vacate, and then it was like 4 or 5 months before they were able to. So overall, they spent like $10, $15 to vacate the EU. I can't see us having anything to do with that. Wildfires in Oklahoma. Ouch, Jason. Ouch. Not good, not good, not good. More bad news. Not good, my brother. Not good. Yeah, so I'll be watching that, Jason. That's damaging for sure. That's going to cause a bit of headaches. And then evacuation orders, right? Pretty sure that evacuating, depending on how big the forest fires are. Never mind that, the smoke, right? Anyone in the area, anyone within 1,000 kilometers or 750 miles is going to be affected by that smoke. I know we were in Alberta. It was the forest fires were like literally 700 miles from us. Yeah, I'll have to watch for that, Jason. Thank you so much for the update. Our prayers now will go towards the people of Oklahoma and the surrounding areas because we know how bad the air quality can be. Yeah, I got to share this link and then we'll get right into today's show. Hey, and welcome to another edition of the SHIB Worldwide 50/50 Raffle. We are momentarily experiencing some laybacks, and our prayers go to Oklahoma City and the Oklahoma and everyone in Oklahoma, right? So, massive shout out to everybody and massive shout out to people in Oklahoma, as our prayers will be with them and with their families and friends. Forest fires are no fun thing at all. So, and loss is huge, right? So we don't want to encourage it at all. So, well, our prayers go to the friends and families, and hope everything goes well. I hope that they were able to subdue. But if it's a wildfire, chances are it's probably out of control. We're gonna hope that they start their water bombing raids very, very shortly to subdue that and put the fire breaks in place to help with the overall. Everything seems trivial, right? In comparison to, forest fires or, okay, what do we got for SHIB burns? We have 11 million SHIB sent to the dead end wallets. That happened 4 hours ago. We'll go check that out. We'll go check it out. 4 hours ago, we got 11 million. Yeah, and then we had 9 hours ago we had a $1 million burn, a $1 million SHIB burn, and 13 hours ago we had 757,000. So we have a 13 million SHIB burn, and we had 12. Did we make 13? We did make 13 million yesterday as well. So we did pretty much average. Yeah, we're up 3.65% on the day for the burn rate. And we are currently 12 and we are at 5 viewers yesterday. Yeah, 5 viewers. Woo! On the channel. So we have no ticket sales from the previous day. So we are low on traffic on the website. And in order for us to be successful, we need everybody to promote SHIB Worldwide 50/50 Raffle, right? We need that 300,000. That guarantees us at least 21,000 ticket sales. 300,000 would probably give us around 100,000 tickets in sales, which is exactly where we want to be, but it's not where we initialize, right? That's the whole point of that. That was not good, Jason. Not good. 60 miles an hour winds. So that's not a good sign. Not a good sign, right? Same thing happened in Florida, right? The winds were the kicker. That's what caused the amount of destruction to California. Now, now the exact same things happening in Oklahoma. So, ouch. Yeah. So our prayers are going to go with the people in Oklahoma. Uh, Because I lost my house to a forest fire back in 2013, and I can just tell you that it's a tragedy. Like, you can't get any worse, right? Other than losing a loved one, right on the top of that, right? Because when you lose a house, you lose everything, all your possessions. I grabbed my laptops and I grabbed my computer, all the stuff I could grab with my hands. I just grabbed it and ran out of the house. Now, same thing happens, right? You got a fire that's happening that's close by, your evacuation notices. You grab whatever the hell you can, you throw it in the back of your car, all your pictures, everything that you can, like all your stuff, that memorabilia stuff, you throw that in the back of your car, you take off. You don't care about your watches or your jewelry at that point, just get the hell out, right? So pack up a bag, grab your clothes, grab stuff that you know you're going to need for the next 24 to 72 hours, and get the hell out. Um, when I had my house fire, wasn't even grab my stuff and get out. It was just grab what is tangible that I can possibly carry in my hands that's worth a lot to me, like my laptops. My son's laptop, that gone. His tablets, his RCs, all gone. My violin, gone. Like stuff that's important to you, like your kids, your blankets. No, you just grab your kids, get the hell out. You don't even think about getting their clothes because the fire's right next door, right? So it's like get out while you can. You go back in. Like if I was smarter, I would have went downstairs, turned the power off. Um, Hindsight being 2020, but yeah, I lost my entire house to it, so it doesn't really matter. Um, and I lost it because of an RC. The battery exploded in the in my bedroom, in my son's bedroom. So yeah, so all those that own RCs and lithium batteries, the lithium batteries are very, very explosive, and they've come up with better technology now than they did before. So they're a little safer, but they still have the potential of exploding. Well, thank God, Jason. Thanks be to Lord Jesus Christ. The wind is blowing away from you. It's good and bad, right, Jason? It's bad for the people south of you, or well, I don't know how that works, but I don't. If the wind is blowing to the west and you're in the northeast, then yeah. But you don't want the wind to shift because once the wind shifts, it changes everything, right? Yeah, thank God, Jason, that you're take every small little step, right? Because no one wants to lose everything they have. Nobody. I, you know, that's a sad reality. Anyway, let's get into today's show, shall we? We're going to talk about SHIB and the SHIB Worldwide 50/50 raffle. We did not sell 21,000 tickets. We can't host an event. We need a lot more than five hits a day. We need around 300,000 hits a day. Not sure exactly how we're going to be able to pull that one out of our rabbit hat, but we're looking at different avenues. Looking at Rumble. Um, I'm already on TikTok. I'm already on Instagram. I haven't been advertising on Instagram very much, but I have been advertising on TikTok. I have been advertising on Facebook. I have been advertising on X. I was on Blue Skies for a while. Since I come to the Philippines, I found out that because of the VPN changes, I'm not able to get on very easily on Blue Sky. But the amount of traffic I was getting on Blue Sky was minimum at the very least. I wasn't getting very many hits. That's why when I look at the accounts, people were deleting their accounts faster than they were making them, if you can believe that or not, on Blue Sky. Yes, thank God. Yes, Jason, thank God. Um, Now, for everybody that's suffering right now, our prayers go out to everybody that's out there, right? We don't want to see anybody lose their homes. We don't. Nobody wants to lose their homes, right? So that's a tragedy, and we wish you all the very best. Um, yeah, so that's good news for Jason. The only thing that's bad about for Jason is he's on a CPAC, so air quality, right, Jason? Um, Prayers, man, prayers, right? Thank God. You know, and then we're getting sidetracked from SHIB and what we're about. Um, but we're all about family and making sure that we're all healthy and wealthy. That's the whole purpose of the SHIB World Y 50/50 Raffle in the first place, is not just to keep you wealthy, but to actually help you with your health as well. Now, some people think that that goes hand in hand. No, being in the hospital is no fun trip either. So, yeah. So, yes. What can we talk about? The uh, SHIB World Y 50/50 Raffle is about communication. It's about empowering. It's about getting everybody on board, find out what's going on. Most importantly, it's about building your wealth. And how does that happen? We a single person to challenge us, come up with ideas, and find out what is encouraging about the SHIB World Y 50/50 raffle. If you find any problems with it, like a lot of people we've had come on to the show asked us about utility, we showed them the utility, and we haven't seen them come back since. Massive shout out to DJ, massive shout out to Ryan, massive shout out to Jonathan. A lot of people, lots of shout out Veneer, Vishaw, massive shout out to Mary Carice, massive shout out to Navarro family from the Philippines. Woo! Massive shout out to Rainier, Mark Joven, massive shout out to you, massive shout out to Belle Ruth, massive shout out to. I'm going to be missing a lot of people. Okay, sorry, but there's so many people here in the Philippines that. Yeah, Shiba is going back up. Yeah, Jason, the crash does put us in a perfect spot for a massive recovery. SHIB is a different type of investment, right? It's a currency, but it's so small that no one's going to use it for like any kind of utility until it starts to break above that 1 cent, 50 cent, dollar, $2 value. Once it gets to that point, then it's going to have massive utility. And the reason why it'll have massive utility at that point is because what's going to happen is every single time that someone uses it to buy something, there's going to be a burn mechanism already strapped to it, so it's going to reduce the circulating supply. The unfortunate part about it is that we have exchanges that want to buy all of it and they want to steal it from everybody. So, but people don't understand that concept because I'm pretty sure they don't get the concept that shit is reducing its circulating supply. Even though we come on and we talk about it all the time, the amount of people that we have watching the channel is very minimum. If you notice that, Jason, we have like very little interaction with people. We've um, we've tried to reach the masses. I go on X, I go on Facebook, I posted. Well, speaking of Facebook, I suppose I should do that right now. But self promoting is hard unless there's another way. Now I've talked to other. I'm even on nonprofit organizations. I'm on Yellow Pages. For all those that don't know, but it's only in Canada. We are on different levels of multimedias from the Yellow Pages guides on a worldwide stage, but we are not like if we're not getting noticed, we're not getting noticed. Yeah, and we're expecting SHIB to fly, right? Like this is ridiculous, Jason. Like you have to look at it and go, if SHIB is reducing its circulating supply every single day, why are we selling off? It's because people are not aware that SHIB is actually reducing its circulating supply. Therefore, people have no idea. And then we have influencers that are basically bashing SHIB at the same time that they're encouraging people to buy SHIB. It's like, are you kidding me? They have no idea why people are in SHIB in the first place, and then questioning them on being part of the whole prospectus on SHIB by watching the charts. I'm like, How are you going to create a positive reinforcement with a negative outlook on cryptocurrencies? Period. So it's very tough. Like I know they're trying to be real with the cryptocurrencies, but when it comes to SHIB, that's the whole point. It makes zero. Hold on to your party hats. We're going to get right into it. Yeah. So sharing is caring. Sharing is caring. So we want to make sure we're sharing all the information that we possibly can to inform everybody what is actually going on. Now, a lot of people don't believe you anyway, so it doesn't matter what you say, right, Jason? Sometimes you're just, what's the phrase? Beating a dead horse. Just give me a second. Live SHIB event. Live event SHIB Raffle. All right, yeah. So yeah, I just shared that on Facebook. Sorry about that, but we are all about making sure that people understand what wealth creation is, because what's going to happen is a lot of people are going to get misled, right? And they're not going to get encouraged about what we're about. And we're about empowerment. So the empowerment is, of course, realizing what SHIB is, and the message just isn't getting out to everybody. And I'm sorry to say that, but that's just the way it is. It's just not getting out. Babe's channel, massive shout out to Babe's channel, massive shout out to Wena, massive shout out to Rowena. Yes, and thanks, Jason, for letting us know about Oklahoma and how close it is to you. And yeah, our prayers and everything's going to be with you and your family and friends, of course. We want to make sure that everybody's safe and secure. It's hard to buy anything when you're threatened, right? So, and forest fires are very, very scary. Not just because of the forest fire, but because of the wind, because of the smoke and inhalation that it causes. So, yeah, massive shout out to you. So Jason says he's doing okay. The winds are blowing away from him, so that's good news. Thank God. Um, thanks be the Lord Jesus Christ on that one. What else can we say about the forest fire? We don't like forest fires, right? We want to make sure that everybody's safe and secure. Remember that part of being part of the SHIB family or SHIB community is helping each other out, and that's the whole purpose of it. Education is key, right? Education is key. We want to make sure everybody is educated in SHIB to the best of their knowledge, and because we want to, everything is about proving everything to everyone. That's what we're about. What else can we say about SHIB? SHIB is an island unto itself, pretty much. Yes, SHIB is the only currency that has zero governance, just like Bitcoin. And Bitcoin's at $82,000 a Bitcoin. SHIB is what? Um, $7 billion market cap, $8 billion market cap right now. Whereas Bitcoin's at a $1.6 trillion market. Is that what I see here with Bitcoin? Is that $1 trillion market cap, or is it just below $1 trillion market cap? Now, mind you, they have a lot more inflows than we do, right? Yeah, 84,041, and they're the big daddy, right? They determine which way the market flows, except when it comes to SHIB. except for when it comes to SHIB, because SHIB is reducing its circulating supply. BTC's limited supply, but they're minting every single day. Now, the amount that they're minting is possibly 1 to 2 or 5 Bitcoin a day, compared to 10 it was like before the halving. So they reduce half of it, so that it starts as scarcity, but it's not really a scarcity. It's still minting until it gets to 21 million. Now, someone brought up an interesting point that the founder has 20 million Bitcoin on his own, or the guys that produced it back in the day before they had it confiscated, they have millions of Bitcoin. So if that's the case, and if those come on the exchange, that's going to drastically change the price of Bitcoin, big time. Because if it's 20 million, that means it's going to go down by half, at least half. And if it's more, it's going to go down even further than that. So because it's going to have the exact opposite of what everybody wants. It's going to have what? More availability. It's going to have, yeah, it's going to have lots of issues. If that's the case, I don't know if it's true or not, but that's the rumor. I think that's just trying to scare people into selling. Personally, if they're holding it, it's not a big deal. If they pump out a couple Bitcoin or 20 Bitcoin or 30 Bitcoin a session every week or every 2 weeks, they'll absorb that really fast. But what happens is when you mint or print, you devalue your currency. When SHIB decreases the circulating supply, it's supposed to increase the value, isn't it? Is that a fair assumption? Hey, Jason, is that a fair assumption? Babe's channel, you think that's fair? If you're printing or minting more coins, aren't you devalue your currency? So the more you print or the more you mint, you're actually working against your currency. So the more that's out there, the more it's devalued. Does that make sense to everybody? Does everyone understand that concept? So we're gonna beam me out here. I'll give you the charts on BTC, just so that everybody's aware of what BTC is. Oh, this is shit. We went back, back in the New York groove. Yeah, 12, 4 zeros, 12, 9, 3, 5. We're roughly flat. We can't really say we're in a bounce back. If we were in a bounce back, we're at 1,400. Now, we do have a lot of people. Okay, so massive shout out to the Philippines, massive shout out to the United States, massive shout out to Canada, massive shout out to Russia, massive shout out to Poland, massive shout out to France and Spain, UK, massive shout out to you, massive shout out to Finland, Sweden, Lithuania, Turkey, massive shout out to you, Sudan, massive shout out to you, Israel, massive shout out to you, Pakistan, massive shout out to you, India, massive shout out to you, China, massive shout out to you, Japan, massive shout out to you, everyone in Japan, massive shout out to Australia, South Africa. Well, we're just going to say a big shout out to Africa, Madagascar, massive shout out to you, massive shout out to Brazil, Peru, Chile, Colombia, massive shout out to you, Mexico, massive shout out to you, Greenland, massive shout out to you, Iceland, massive shout out to you, Antarctica, massive shout out to you. Of course, that we think we've hit every region in the world. This is a worldwide event, in case anyone hasn't noticed. Right, Jason? I like to think so. that's that's why we're here, right? Is to encourage everybody, take part, see what's going on, and bring that home to everybody. Well, yeah, we would love for SHIB to hit the 405. I mean, that's where that's like we wanted to go. Actually, we wanted to go above that because that's where it should be. We burned a massive number 2 years ago or a year ago at in March, just before March. Actually, it was in January. 56 billion SHIB was reduced. And that was what the 50-50 raffle is supposed to do. We're supposed to do minimum, right now at this price, minimum 550 million per day, right? The raffle draw, that's why we want the raffle to take off, because 550 million SHIB reduced every single day would be a massive thing. Yeah, worldwide exposure, worldwide event, right? So for us to sell 80,000 to 100,000 tickets a day is not asking a whole lot when you're talking about the entire world taking advantage of it. And that's the whole point of it. Like, if that's the case, every single person on the planet can take advantage of that shift in the worldwide 50-50 raffle draw. And remember, we don't answer to anybody other than you, Jason, Prince, myself, everybody within the SHIB army. We only answer to those in the community. So if they don't like the 50-50 raffle, they're supposed to say something about it. But who's going to say that, right, Jason? Who's going to say they don't want to reduce SHIB circulating supply every single day with a raffle draw? I mean, it who was going to say that? Reducing the circulating supply would increase what? Demand. Instantly would increase demand. That's the whole point of the SHIB Worldwide 50-50 raffle in the first place, is to build awareness, to reduce the circulating supply daily, massively, so that if we did 100,000 SHIBs every single day, we would see big reductions every month. Would be over 1.2, would be over actually 1.4 trillion SHIB reduced every single month. So you're looking at it, okay, well, if that's the case, if we were to do that much volume a day, and then we would reduce 1.2 to 2.1 trillion SHIB a month, within a year, we would reduce 24 trillion SHIB. Now you're starting to see the light at the end of the tunnel, because now it's going to drive up what? Demand. But that's also going to put huge pressure on banking sector. So then you get two aspects of the whole prospectus, because we should be growing at that particular time. We should be growing faster than gold. So if gold's growing at about 13 to 14% month over month, we could expect us to grow at 40 to 50% month over month. And that would be in retrospect to the amount of burns that we're doing. So then it becomes more and more people want to take part of the raffle because it's going to increase their wealth. So that's the whole purpose of this. This is the whole concept of the SHIB Worldwide 50-50 raffle in the first place, is to build that awareness so that people understand what it means to reduce the circulating supply on a daily basis with consistency. So with the SHIB 50-50 raffle, there is no consistency, because what would happen is we would have 21,000 today, and then it would build from there, right? So we'd get about 5 to 6 million new people coming into the channel every single day, because they want to see what that burn's going to be. They want to see where that number comes in at, so they can start to look at it and go, okay, well, the prospectus on the outcome is that we're growing exponentially. So we expect that if we were to hit 100,000 ticket sales by in 2 months, we'd probably get around 800,000 ticket sales. And then we would be in the millions in ticket sales within a very short period of time. And then even billions of ticket sales within by the year end. So how much could we see SHIB climb? It would be astronomical, right, Jason? We can agree on that. It would be astronomical. People would, of course, the first part of it is how can you do it, and what are you doing to host the event? That's a non-profit, because we are a non-profit organization that's set up that would host the entire world about what will we do going forward. Because we get to that point where we burn so much SHIB that it drives scarcity. So, and then you get to the point where I don't need that kind of money to invest. What I'll do is whatever, I don't know what the tax laws are. I don't know if Trump did change the tax laws on cryptocurrencies. I know he was hoping to change the tax laws on it. But again, that's got to go through Congress. So you can do whatever you like or say whatever you like, but the truth of the matter is it's held by Congress in the United States. Here in Canada, um, we're in election year, so they're probably going to try and tell people that there's not going to be capital gains tax on cryptocurrencies. But that's only until we have an election, which is probably very, very soon, just to gain voters and momentum. We do have is it the CPI report that comes out on Wednesday, Jason? Or is it the Federal Reserve making a talk? Now, because of Trump, I think they're going to be forced to cut rates extremely fast. 50 basis point moves to offset the inflationary factors that are taking place right now with the tariffs. I think it's going to force Powell to make drastic moves that he thought he would never have to make. But you can't do what Biden was doing and expect different results, right? Biden was just printing more money, giving more money, uh, and hiring more federal agents to do nothing, just sit on their hands. But oh, we can't afford to take losses, so I'm going to inflate the numbers, so everybody thinks that we're gaining in numbers even though we're losing uh, employment factors. So that's what Biden was doing. He's using the media. Same thing Canada's doing right now. Canada is held by the Liberal government. Billions of dollars are given to the media. Well, all those media outlets are covering Liberals 90% of the time to their advantage. They're not going to talk down about the Liberal Party, even though they're not doing their job. They're still going to talk them up. Like Carney is going after the EU for Canada. He wants the Canada to join the EU. I'm like, well, how the hell is that going to work? Um, Britain cost them billions of dollars to vacate the EU. We don't have billions of dollars anymore to even go and be considered part of the EU. We're an ocean apart. So free trade agreement between us and the UK or Europe is, in my personal opinion, is ridiculous. And it's Carney that wants to impose that. I think that that's reaching in a bag of tricks that he's not going to be able to pull out very quickly, because even mentioning it would probably mean the downfall of him in the next election. Just that alone. Never mind the carbon tax. The carbon tax, he says, I'm going to turf it. Yeah, I turf it for 2 months. You can't turf anything because you're not back in the House. Otherwise, you have to release those documents that proves that Trudeau had something to do with the election, pulling the election, just so he could stay in power, because he knows he's not supposed to be in power. So what does people do when they're not supposed to be in power? Do everything that they're doing wrong. Like, instead of trying to appease the people, no, go against them. I wonder who else is like that. Oh, right, the left wokes are doing the exact same thing. Right now, they're doubling down on the stuff that they lost the election on. I'm like, give me a break. I heard the announcement from CNN yesterday on it doesn't matter. Getting sidetracked on nothing. We were talking about SHIB. What we want to do for SHIB and SHIB investors is to increase awareness. How do we increase awareness? Host these events daily. That's how we do these. How we do this is hosting these daily events to prove that we're trying to educate the entire world about SHIB. We're also here to make sure we empower everybody who comes onto the channel, showing them where this is the best place to put your money. Even though this is not financial advice, um, we are not your analyst or your broker. So please take it with as entertainment purposes only. Although we make sure that we tell you that it's 4 zeros and it's only got a market cap of $7 billion or $8 billion, where it should have a market cap of around pretty close to what Bitcoin is doing, because we are in the exact same field, except for one simple fact: we are reducing our circulating supply daily. Now, with the SHIB Worldwide 50/50 raffle, this is supposed to make it exponential, right? It's supposed to make it exponential. And who do we answer to? You, the community. We answer to you. Everyone within SHIB, we answer to you. That's the whole purpose of this, right? So, do I need to get regulatory action to prove it to you, or what? If you tell me to go and talk to the ecosystem development team, the first thing they're going to say, and the exact same thing that they've said to me before, when I asked them to please host me on their website, they said no, we are not. You have to support us 100%. I'll support you 100% as soon as you start reducing SHIB circulating supply like you promised. And that what got me shut off. Yeah, amazing. Eh? soon as you as soon as you make a statement that they don't like, you're shut down. They didn't like that statement at all. So the SHIB ecosystem development team, I just call them the ecosystem development team. So for everyone that's tuning in right now and you rewind this later to find out what I just said, yeah, the ecosystem development team doesn't want anyone that does not support uh, their tokens, their tokenomics, their products. They don't want nothing to do with you. They call you a scammer. They call you everything in the book, right? That you're not part of the ecosystem development team. Your name does not be associated with anything that they're doing because you're not promoting our products. I thought you were supposed to be promoting SHIB. Isn't that the number one thing that you say all the time, right? When you talk to the ecosystem development team, when they talk back to you, the first thing they say is SHIB is being adopted by this, and then it goes bone, leash, metaverse, the games, the NFTs, the EFT, the Shiboshi, Satoshis, everything under the sun. And then you look at what they just said. The first title part was SHIB. And then everything underneath it is in small print. And then everything that they talk about is their whole ecosystem besides SHIB. They talk about everything besides SHIB. But the first headline is SHIB adoption for world blah, blah, blah. But then it gets sidetracked. It goes into leash, bone, Shiboshi, Satoshi, Shiba, Swap 2.0. It goes into everything else, right? It gets away from SHIB. Well, we're all about bringing people and awareness to SHIB, and we're trying to reduce the circulating supply on a daily basis. Of course, they don't want anything to do with us because if they know that that's bad for them, it's bad business, right? They know it's bad business for them, so that's why they don't want to talk about it. And that's why when we talk about SHIB as a collective to everybody, it's supposed to empower everybody. That's the whole purpose of this: is to bring the whole SHIB army together so that we can empower everybody in SHIB. And we talk about nothing other than SHIB except for economics, of course, because some of those economics have a downward trend or downward spiral, even though it does not affect SHIB directly, because it doesn't. It doesn't. If gold goes up, SHIB should be going up. If gold goes down, SHIB should still be going up. Why? Because gold is being found every single day, every second of every single day. So it's like minting it without minting it. It's being found. So the more gold you find, the more devalue it has, or that's the way it should be, right? But it does not have that effect as a world economical powerhouse. But you can't send it over the wire. It's held in your hands. But now, when you realize it, if it's held in your hands, yes, you can spend it where you are, but you can't spend it overseas. You can't trade it like you could cryptocurrency, for instance, or move it around like cryptocurrency, because cryptocurrency you can move very, very, very quickly, very, very quick. And depending how much you send, you can pretty much cash it out the same time you put it in. And that's why it's so important to watch the trend lines and see who's buying SHIB, because you want to make sure that you're taking part in exchanges that own SHIB, not just for solidifying your position, but to solidifying their own position in SHIB, because SHIB is reducing its circulating supply on a daily basis, therefore adding value to its circulating value every single time that it does do a reduction. And we are reducing SHIB, but we're not reducing SHIB quickly enough for the markets to take advantage of it, right? That's the whole purpose of the SHIB Worldwide 50/50 Raffle in the first place, is to get us there faster. Eventually, this is going to happen anyway. And once once the markets realize it, that's you, the people, because there's other exchanges out there. We've talked about these exchanges before. They're consuming enormous amounts of SHIB. Robinhood and BlackRock are like basically stealing it from everybody. Binance is the other one that's rocketing SHIB. But we find that are they actually buying SHIB or they're just moving it around? Actually, they're doing both. They're confusing everybody. What's happening is they're taking it off the exchanges and putting it into a DeFi wallet. Therefore, it's hidden from the rest of the market. Does that make sense to everybody? Once you move that off and stake it, or move it off the marketplace, not putting it on the stake platform on the Shiba Inu, the economic development team, economic. Um, it's not the economic development team. It's the what is it? Uh, the getting sidetracked again. Um, yeah, the SHIB. Anyway, the community, the development team that says that they're with everybody in the SHIB community, but are not. They're not against you. They're not with you. They're in between. They do one thing good for SHIB, and the rest, we'll think about it. Every time that they mention that they're going to do something good for SHIB, they take it away. Like a positive note, right? Like Shibarium. Remember Shibarium? 100% they're going to use SHIB as the gas fees for Shibarium. That's 100% that's what they said. And then Shibarium's coming out, getting released. What did they say? Oh, no, sorry. We're going to use bone. Oh, but there's not enough bone to use for gas fees. Oh, yeah, right. We'll have to mint a whole bunch of bone. Oh, so they minted a whole bunch of bone so they could have bone as the gas fee. And then they made an announcement saying that they were going to do 1/10 of 1% was going to be sent to the burn wallet addresses. 1/10 of 1% is going to be sent to the burn wallet address, and it's going to get a button. Anyone that's a part of the, as soon as it gets to 15,000 in liquidity, you're going to be able to hit that button and reduce SHIB circulating supply with it. And anybody can do it that holds SHIB. That's on the board. Then they changed the ruling and said, no, we're not having a button. So it's up to the ecosystem development team to hit the button. Yep, it's up to the ecosystem development team. So guess what? No buttons created, and they burn it whenever they want. And every time they hit the button, they make sure that they tell everybody about the metaverse, about the games, about the NFTs that are coming out, about the new token, treat, everything other than SHIB. They're all promoting. They all say SHIB at the very beginning of it, big letters. So they're just using the name to gain support for their own tokens. So that's why we have a hard time supporting them because they don't keep their word. And we can't, right? On a prospectus basis, we can't hold them accountable for it. We do hold them accountable, but we don't hold them accountable for it. So because they're not for the ecosystem development team, they're not for SHIB, they're just for themselves. So anyone that's just for yourself, I'm sorry, it gets, and we can't take part in that because we're hosting a SHIB worldwide event. We're hosting a SHIB Raffle worldwide event. Our name is supposed to speak volumes when we reduce the SHIB circulating supply because we're actually reducing the SHIB circulating supply with it. We're not keeping that money. It's going directly into the community. One, the winner gets half of it, and then the reduction. Yes, there's a bit of a percentage that's held so we can pay wages for data entry clerks, trustees. I got to pay my trustee. I got to pay. I got to pay to keep the lights on. I got to keep the channel running and the advertisements coming in. I gotta do all those things, right? So I don't expect me to do it for nothing. So I know that people like to think that you can do it for nothing, but right now I'm doing it for nothing and it's not costing anything, which is good for you guys. but it doesn't give me the opportunity to do any advertising. I can't spend money on advertising until I start selling tickets. So once those start happening, I can start reducing SHIB circulating supply on a massive scale. Everybody wins with the reduction in SHIB circulating supply. No one's left out. Everybody wins. So you have a winner, and then you have him win again, and you have everybody else in the community as a whole. All of you win together. So what does that do? It builds a stronger community. It builds a stronger wealth connection with everybody. That's the whole purpose of the SHIB Worldwide 50/50 Raffle in the first place, is to build that awareness of what the raffle is supposed to do. It's just supposed to speed things up. These things are going to come to fruition whether you like it or not. They're going to happen anyway. All it's going to do is make sure that it happens in the next 2 years so that everybody has a chance to retire. Everybody has a chance to make enormous sums of money. Your out is going to be different than my out. Jason's was $3.33. And a lot of people will be like, well, that's impossible. Well, Bitcoin was not supposed to hit $500. It wasn't even supposed to get to $100. It wasn't even supposed to get to $50, but it did. Okay, then it went to $500 from the U.S. government, and then $1,500 from the U.S. government, then $2,500 from the U.S. government. Therefore, what BTC hit $3,000 that no one even even considered ever hitting is at $82,000. $100,000. Can you imagine $108,000 for BTC? Like, that's from where it was. No one, if you told somebody, they would tell you you were insane for thinking it. And they're minting more. SHIB is reducing more, and people have a harder concept of acknowledgement than having it being minted every day. It just bothers me that people don't understand this concept. You're reducing the circulating supply. You're limiting the circulating supply. No, you're decreasing the circulating supply, thus adding value to your currency every single day. And you have no problem selling that. And the worst part about it is some people are selling that at a loss. That's even more profound. Like, talk about ridiculousness. And if you get stolen from you at that point, all the power to you. Anyway, I'm Will, your host. Thank you so much for coming and tuning in to another wrap edition of the SHIB Worldwide 50/50 Raffle. We're going to rock you out in style. Rock you. Rock you. We're going to do the game video. Massive prayers for Oklahoma. Jason Claus, please be safe. Our prayers go out with you and your family and friends in the area. Please stay safe. The air conditioning, the air quality is something to take, in advisement because it's dangerous. So, yeah, not good news in Oklahoma. Not good news. So yes, our prayers. Please, Jesus Christ, look out for people at home. Massive shout out to everybody. Jesus loves each and every one of you. Live long and prosper. I want to make sure that the message gets out to the entire world that we are reducing SHIB circulating supply on a daily basis once the raffle gets started. Now, we haven't been able to sell tickets. The SHIB 5050raffle.com needs your hits every single day. Help promote that. We're doing our best on the SHIB Worldwide stage to promote this as well, but we need the whole entire community. There's 5 million of you part of the SHIB ecosystem, or part of the SHIB family, or part of the SHIB community. So go forth and spread the word, because we need everybody to, in the entire world. Like 8 billion people on the planet, we only got 5 members, 10 members that want SHIB to reduce circulating supply. Don't give me that. There's a lot more of you out there. I know there is. I know that everybody wants to reduce it. So let's get our feet together and come up with some solutions and help bring awareness to the SHIB Worldwide 50/50 Raffle. Thank you, and have a great evening, great rest of your day. Good morning, good evening, and good afternoon, good night from wherever you are in the world. We want to thank you for coming. We want to thank each and every one of you for participating into today's events. Master Chris, Paul, Vincent, Massive shout out to Jason Cock. Massive shout out to Rowena. Massive shout out to Wena. Massive shout out to Rowena. Massive shout out to the Navarro family in the Philippines. Massive shout out to you. We are live from the Philippines, so we want to make sure everybody understands that concept, that we're not just in Canada and the US, we are all over the world. And we need everybody's support in the SHIB Worldwide Raffle so we can make your dreams a reality. That's the number one secret, right? SHIB has that ability. With the raffle, you can watch this grow exponentially as soon as we start getting the amount of people that want to take part in it. And I don't know anyone who doesn't want to take part in being extremely wealthy. Do you? Thank you. Have a great, wonderful night. We'll count it down. That's a show to Jason Fox. H&M. H&M. Thank you. Again.
Gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Good night, everybody. Good morning, Philippines. Cheers.